Alright, guys, so now we are just a week away from Survivor Series. And we're doing the 30 years of The Undertaker. So, obviously, we was going to talk about the top 30 Undertaker matches, but we found something more entertaining to probably do. And honestly, let's just be real, much easier to do. And that is, on WWE.com, they have the Undertaker's Greatest Match Tournament. Now, me and Prime have been watching wrestling for years. I've been watching since 92. You've been watching since 2008. So, and then, of course, we've educated ourselves on the beyond that and before that stuff that we started watching. So, I'm pretty sure we have seen 100% of these matches in full. And we're going to discuss, because WWE likes to just put crap on there and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down what we think is The Undertaker's greatest match. And so this week we're going to do the whole first round, okay? And then we're going to, if we got time, then we could probably this will probably take the longest. So then finish it off next week. So, we'll see how things goes.
Okay. We'll see.
Alright, so they broke it down in 4 categories. The 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and the wild card. So, the wild card can be from anything. So, which side do you want to start with, Prime?
Let's start with the 2000s.
2000s, okay. So we already know in the 2000s, Undertaker was, American Badass to Big Evil to the Phenom. That was the 2000s era. So let's get on with it and see what we got here. So the first matchup, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25 versus Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, No Mercy 2002. How the hell is that 8?
I'm sorry, this is no contest.
It's not no contest, but I'm just saying. But even that Hell in a Cell match, how did that make it number 8 though?
Undertaker had a lot of good matches in the 2000s, apparently. So,
Okay, well, we already know Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25 goes.
Yep,
that
definitely.
goes. Okay. So next we got the number 4 spot, Undertaker versus Randy Orton versus number 5, Undertaker versus Kurt Angle, No Way Out 2006. You ain't got to ask me which one goes. But which one it goes for you?
I'm conflicted because I really like Undertaker versus Kurt Angle. But the Randy Orton match was good. But I personally like Undertaker and Kurt Angle.
Yeah, but I'm about to say, their SummerSlam match and their Armageddon match was better than this WrestleMania match. The best spot out of this was the chokeslam into the RKO.
Yeah, and that's before he got the RKO clean too. So.
Exactly. So I thought that's the best spot. But Undertaker Kurt Angle 2006 definitely goes. Next up for the number 3, Undertaker versus Edge at WrestleMania 24 versus Undertaker versus Edge at SummerSlam 2008. Seriously.
I mean, I was at one of these, so like I don't. It's conflicting.
You know what? Honestly, I would agree with you because I felt as though that Undertaker Edge at One Night Stand was better than a Hell in a Cell match.
At whatever that TLC match was. Too.
Yeah, that's the One Night Stand one.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the WrestleMania 24 one.
I will also go with WrestleMania 24 because, run, Charles.
Yeah,
run.
you can go for the sprint. The dramatics in that what was clean. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that one to win, even though I think Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker at No Mercy was better than that one. But, okay. And then the next, we got Undertaker versus Batista at WrestleMania 23, taking on Undertaker versus Triple H at WrestleMania X7. Bruh, stop it. It's going to Batista for me.
Mine's going to Triple H.
What?
Yes, man, that match was crazy. They went to the crowd.
That match was crazy, but
into nowhere.
Yo, but
he beat on the referee for no reason.
Nobody believed that Batista had that in him. Okay.
To lose?
No. To have a good match like that, and they should have been the main event. The story was great, and Batista and Undertaker went out there and kicked ass.
Yeah,
That's why it was great. So, you know what? Let's see if we can have a mediator in here. I'm gonna see if we can do that. Is my wife available? There we got flip a coin there.
Okay.
You lucky, Prime. All right, fair enough. Fine. We'll get a quarter. I want you to call it.
Okay. Tell me when to call it.
Okay. There's no way Undertaker Batista Triple H, because the one at WrestleMania 27 was better than that one. All right, call it in the air.
I'm here to officiate.
Tails.
Damn it!
Oh, it's Tails.
Let's go. Let's go.
Undertaker versus Triple H in WrestleMania 7 advances.
Batista is down. Batista is down.
So sorry.
Whatever. All right, next section. Let's do.
Well, you want to go to the 90s or you want to go to where you want to go?
Let's go to the 1990s.
Okay.
So we got Undertaker versus Mankind, King of the Ring, 1998, or Undertaker versus Hulk Hogan, Survivor Series, 1991.
Mankind.
You not up there with the clanging and the banging?
Yeah, I never even seen this Hogan match, but I'm going
What?
with Mankind.
You never seen the safest tombstone on the chair ever?
Yes. This is the one where he said Hogan was complaining about hurting his neck.
Yeah, which it was the safest tombstone on the planet. Brother,
I don't know if anybody has heard that the Undertaker tell that story, but that's a good one.
That is a great story. That is a great story. Yeah, Mankind goes. Mm-hmm. Undertaker versus Bret Hart, WrestleMania, SummerSlam 1997, good match. Or Undertaker versus Mankind, In Your House, Buried Alive.
Now, this is the same match I'm thinking of, right, with Shawn Michaels?
As a referee?
Yeah, Smack.
Yes.
Oh, Bret Hart then.
Yeah, I did like that Buried Alive match. That was the best Buried Alive match that they had. But, okay, I'm going to go with Bret Hart in that one. Undertaker versus Bret Hart, 1987.
Okay.
Next up, we have Undertaker versus Kane, WrestleMania 14, or Undertaker versus Kane, Unforgiven, 1998, the Inferno match.
Okay.
Great story by these two. Remember, this was Kane took 3 tombstones.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Inferno match, that's when Vader got involved. Undertaker leaped over the flames and stuff like that, and Kane got burnt. Which one? You know what? For match-wise, I'm going with WrestleMania 14.
Yeah, I'm going with WrestleMania too, because the Inferno match really didn't have a significant ending. It was just like Kane accidentally caught on fire.
Yeah, he actually beat Kane, and the story going into that, because Undertaker couldn't get anything off on Kane in that matchup. So yes, Kane for WrestleMania 14 goes. All right,
that's gotta be Kane.
Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, In Your House, Bad Blood, 1997, or Undertaker versus Yokozuna, Survivor Series, 1994. Are you serious?
Wow, you're not going to add that it was a Hell in a Cell match?
It is the first ever Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. I would definitely have to say Undertaker and Shawn Michaels.
Undertaker, Shawn Michaels goes for me. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels goes. Now let's go to the
90s, 2000s, and 2010s.
Let's go 2010s. Whew, this is a struggle year right here. This the struggle years right here.
Whew.
Because after 2011, this was struggle years. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I think I've seen a couple of winners, so I think I'm good.
Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 26, versus Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt, WrestleMania 31.
Well, Shawn Michaels moves on in every category.
Shawn Michaels definitely got this one. This is the no DQ streak versus career match at WrestleMania in Phoenix, Arizona. Next we got Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam 2015, versus Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon, Extreme Rules 2019 in Philly.
I am actually going to give it to Extreme Rules.
So am I. I was there live. Okay. I seen Undertaker look good there live. That SummerSlam match, that's the one where he did the low blow. And he had him in the triangle choke and Brock gave him the middle finger. I'm sorry, I think his Hell in a Cell match with Brock was way better.
Yeah, I think this is the one where he had something to prove. But this was after the Goldberg match. So he was like, yeah, nah, I gotta.
No. This was Goldberg didn't even happen yet.
Are you sure?
This was summer 2015. 2015.
I'm talking about the Extreme Rules match.
Oh yeah. That was after Goldberg. Yeah.
Yeah, it was after Goldberg. So he was like, yeah, I gotta look good.
Yeah. So yeah, that goes next. Undertaker versus Triple H at WrestleMania 27, which was one of the worst WrestleManias, and for Undertaker versus Rey Mysterio Royal Rumble 2010.
I would say Undertaker versus Rey Mysterio, where Rey Mysterio in the Chargers gear.
That was actually a pretty dope match, and the first time we ever seen it.
I think it's when he broke his nose too. By the way,
because I thought this was going to be the Triple H match that you go with, but fuck that, because this WrestleMania X7 went. Triple H ain't going too many times for me. It's Undertaker versus Rey Mysterio at Royal Rumble 2010.
Okay, yeah.
And the last one, we got Undertaker versus Triple H end of an era Hell in a Cell match versus Undertaker versus Shane McMahon WrestleMania 32 Hell in a Cell match. It gotta go to end of an era.
You going end of an era?
I'm going end of an era.
I'm going Shane McMahon.
Really?
The end of an era match, I liked it, but I was like, it wasn't really a match because all Triple H did was just beat him with a chair 30 times.
And what Shane do?
Kill himself.
There's only one highlight from that matchup. You don't remember the toolbox. You don't remember the him
I remember
on the
coast to coast.
Yes,
I remember the tombstone on the stairs.
But do you remember from the Triple H match the super kick pedigree, which everybody thought it was done?
That's the only thing I remember. Is that and the chairs? That's it.
And the suck it and then Shawn would referee with the emotion because he couldn't beat him the years prior. Man, okay, look, hold in the air.
You gotta flip that, or you can ask your wife. You can ask your wife, or you can flip the coin.
You know what? Good idea. Wife, I know you've seen these matches.
Yeah, Triple H ain't going over that many times.
But it's your fault he did the first time because Batista should be going over.
What is happening?
Undertaker versus Triple H, WrestleMania 28, end of an era, Hell in a Cell. Mm-hmm. We had a party there. You saw that.
I know that. I saw that.
And then Undertaker versus Shane McMahon, WrestleMania 32, Hell in a Cell. So, end of an era goes. Shane gets his one highlight, but that's it. Shane had better Hell in a Cell matches, i.e. Kevin Owens. So, wild card time. The last section.
Oh, this first matchup ain't even fair.
It really isn't. Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy from Raw, July 1st, 2002 versus in a ladder match. And Undertaker versus Undertaker SummerSlam 1994. Are you serious? It's Jeff Hardy.
Definitely Jeff Hardy.
So that goes.
Batista's down again.
he should only have been down once, but it's your fault. Undertaker versus The Rock versus Kurt Angle Vengeance 2002 versus Undertaker versus Batista at Backlash 2007. It's got to go to Vengeance.
Definitely.
It got to go to Vengeance. That's one of the greatest triple threat matches they ever did. Plus the one at WrestleMania 20. Here we go. Oh, this may cause a little debate.
I already know who I'm picking. So,
Undertaker versus Edge, One Night Stand 2008, or the 6-pack Hell in a Cell match Armageddon 2000.
Both matches I've watched many of times, but the 6-pack is just legendary.
You're picking the 6-pack Hell in a Cell where Rikishi can get chokes into the farm truck, the hay truck.
Yep.
Over that,
I just like that one moment where they just hit all their finishes back to back to back to back. It just chef kiss.
It was good, but then you can't sleep on Undertaker and Edge Hell to TLC. I thought the TLC was better than the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, it was. I didn't say it wasn't, but I just prefer the 6-pack challenge. You got almost everybody except Rikishi, and the best people in the whole company. Like everybody.
And that's and we never did get that match again. So
yeah, really.
We never did get that match again, which we should have, but we never did. So I'm gonna go with Armageddon, Hell in a Cell also.
Yep. Now I think they should have put the Undertaker and Edge up here in the upper echelon. I don't know why this one is the one that's low, but
So we got the Undertaker versus AJ Styles in the Boneyard match, or we got the Royal Rumble 2007. Now, don't get me wrong, the Royal Rumble 2007 was good, and him and Shawn Michaels did have like a 15-minute match at the end of that Royal Rumble before somebody was actually eliminated. So it was actually a whole match that they had at the end, and the whole 2007 Royal Rumble was actually pretty dope.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. Yeah, pretty decent.
Yeah, but
probably except Great Khali, but
yeah, okay, minus him obviously, but yeah, I thought that one was dope. It was actually almost better. Remember the next year in 2008, they both him and Shawn was number 1 and number 2.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, and that was at Madison Square Garden, and that's when Cena came back, and I brought that up because I thought that Rumble match was better than 2007. So I
don't know. I think the moment is good, but like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me personally.
What?
Didn't really like that Rumble. The 08.
2008? Well, we had Madison Square Garden. It's like Undertaker and Shawn started off. We have all the stars in there, all the top people. We have Triple H. We have Mark Henry. We have Batista. We have...
Whoa now. You said all the top stars. I can run down this list. You got Cody Rhodes at that time. You got Hardcore Holly at that time. John Morrison at that time in 08. The Miz in 08. Roddy Piper in 2008. Jimmy Snuka in 2008. Mick Foley in 2008. Big Daddy V. Umaga, he was good. Santino, and these are the top guys.
Batista. And then you had Mark Henry. Then you had
Tommy Dreamer,
Triple H, and
but
2007 had what? Ric Flair and Finley starting off.
Yeah, okay.
You're like, all right. That was number 1 and number 2.
At least we had a good like solid, like you said, 15-minute match anyway.
Okay, yeah, but I'm going with the Boneyard match.
All right. Fine. I go with Boneyard match. I know doggone well she hasn't seen the Color 07 Rumble, so I ain't gonna need to take my chances there. So.
Okay, yeah, don't do that. I'm about to say, don't do that. Yeah, I'm going with the Boneyard match, and it was the first Undertaker and WWE cinematic match that was successful. So yes, the Boneyard match was something that when we talk about the best and the worst, which is going to be a big worst list of 2020, that's going in the best category. The Boneyard match.
Yep.
It definitely. So now that was all of round 1. So what we can do is we can do round 2. Let's say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then save it. Save the final for next week, or do you want to save it all for next week?
We can save the finals for next week. We can do the next round now.
Okay. Well, then we'll do the next round right now. All right, so let's go on to round 2. So we're going to finish round 2 before we go back next week. So here's what we got. Let's start off with the 90s and not the 90s out the way. Okay, round 2. We have Undertaker and Mankind, King of the Ring in 1998 versus Undertaker versus Bret Hart, SummerSlam 1997. Now we're getting into some good matches because we know now. I'm gonna say the Hell in the Cell with Mankind is all about the moments. It's all about him falling off and him falling through Hell in the Cell. But if you look at it as just a match, is it that great of a match?
Actually,
it's a spectacle.
Like they got a thumbtack spot. I don't think we get those like ever really.
We got a thumbtack spot. I got a chokeslam spot. A tombs. Like I can really. Terry Funk got chokeslam out his shoes. That was funny.
Yeah, he's definitely buying time.
But when it comes to match quality, I'm gonna go Undertaker versus Bret from SummerSlam '97.
Yeah, I like Undertaker versus Brett '97 too.
Yes.
I like it.
So that goes on. Okay, now we have Undertaker and Kane from WrestleMania 14 going up against Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels in your house, Blood, the first ever Hell in a Cell match.
I would choose the first ever Hell in a Cell match.
So, you're not going to guess that. So, it's going to be the first ever Hell in a Cell match. So, next week should be very, very interesting. You're going to have Shawn versus Brett, kind of with the Undertaker involved. All right, let's go over to 2000. No, I'm way on that one. Let's go 2010s.
Okay.
So we have Undertaker and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 26, Streak versus Career, going against Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon.
Wow. Come on now.
Yeah.
Streak versus Career.
Streak versus Career in Arizona, yes, is definitely going to get. That's what's going to win there. All right, Undertaker. Next one, Undertaker versus Rey Mysterio at Royal Rumble, which we pick, versus Undertaker versus Triple H, end of an era.
Fine, I guess. Well, actually,
it's going to end of an era.
Fine.
Look, I love Mysterio, but that match don't hold. Like, every time you like Undertaker versus Mysterio, you be like, what? That happened? Oh yeah, you remember the end of an era, so it's going to be end of an era. Okay, now let's go to the wild card. Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy on Raw 2002 in a ladder match, going up against The Undertaker versus The Rock versus Kurt Angle Vengeance of 2002.
Ooh, that's a difficult one.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah, because
you know what?
That ladder match actually shocked me. I thought Jeff actually had a couple times. That last ride he's about to do, he got hit with the chair. That scared the shit out of me. But that triple threat was still one of the best triple threats, and it both happened in the same year. Actually, it happened in the same month. Peep that.
This is difficult. You know what? I'm gonna go with the wild card. I'm gonna say Jeff. Yeah, I will pick a unconventional pick here, and I'm gonna pick the Jeff Hardy match. I love the triple threat match. I know he's gonna pick the triple threat match, so I'll pick the Jeff Hardy match.
All right,
to make it interesting.
All right, well, let's just flip so we can call it. Let's see what happens. Call it.
Heads.
It's tails.
Okay.
The triple threat match goes on from Vengeance. Whew.
Either one would have been fine with me.
Either way, I can't agree with you on that one. Undertaker, or the 6-pack Armageddon Hell in a Cell up against Undertaker versus AJ Styles, the Boneyard match. Both matches were unique in what they did. And it's safe to say these are going to be two matches that we probably never will see again.
Probably.
I'm going with the Boneyard match with AJ Styles.
Wow, really?
Yes, I'm going with the Boneyard match with AJ Styles because Undertaker showed that he can still do it, and he went with one of the best wrestlers alive today. The 6-pack challenge was cool. Some of the negatives was there, I know they tried to push Rikishi, but I'm like, not really. I didn't see that whole storyline. Then it was like they only kind of mixed up everybody towards the end because Triple H was going after Stone Cold. The Rock was going after Rikishi. Undertaker was going after Kurt Angle. And Undertaker, only highlight he really had was chokeslam Rikishi off the top of the Hell in a Cell. So, I gotta go with the Boneyard. What you got?
I will go with... I'm going with the 6-pack challenge.
All right. Let's do it now. There you go. Call in the air.
Heads.
Heads it is. The 6-pack Hell in a Cell goes. Wow. Well, that's going to be a good matchup next week. And now let's finish it out with the 2000s. This is going to be... This is hard personally for me. It's not hard for everybody else, but it's hard personally for me. Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25, or Undertaker versus Kurt Angle, No Way Out 2006. Now, it's hard for me because Kurt's my favorite, and that was Undertaker's best wrestling matchup at that time. And then once again, it was at a throwaway pay-per-view at No Way Out. If they had the WrestleMania ambiance with it, and it was a streak versus career, the streak on the line, of course, it had much more stuff like that, then it probably would have been, highlighted as better, but unfortunately it wasn't, so you gotta go to Shawn versus Undertaker.
Definitely gotta go to Shawn versus Undertaker. No question.
We not gonna sleep like that Kurt Angle Undertaker match wasn't great.
It was, but it went Shawn and Undertaker.
Okay. Then we got Undertaker and Edge at WrestleMania 24 versus Undertaker versus Triple H WrestleMania X7. Really? It should have been Undertaker versus Batista, but okay.
Batista is down.
This reminds me of that Michael Jackson thing that we did. Y'all don't understand, man. So which one's it gonna be? Undertaker Edge or Undertaker Triple H? Undertaker Triple H X7. I'm telling you right now, is not making it that far from me. Not over this Edge match.
I would give it to. You know what? I give it to Triple H.
He don't do this, Brian. Okay, fine. We'll flip. Call it.
Tails.
Yes! Heads, Undertaker versus Edge is the one going through. Now, guys, next week it's we got some great matches coming up next week. So this one's coming up next week. We got Undertaker and Bret Hart versus Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels in the 90s. Then we got Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels in WrestleMania 26 versus end of an era, Undertaker versus Triple H in end of an era matchup. Wow, it's a lot of DX going around. In the 2000s, we have Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels to WrestleMania 25 versus Undertaker and Edge for WrestleMania 24. Then the wild card, we have the triple threat match from Vengeance 2002 versus the Armageddon the 6-pack Hell in a Cell match.
Sounds good.
Sounds crazy. So that is that's the final four, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, the Elite 8, and then we do the final four. That should be good. We will find out a winner next week on the show when we do our Survivor Series predictions and what we think is going to happen with that and stuff like that.